When you start MARS2000, you come up with this main window. To explore a finished model, you can open a sample chip using File, Open Database. I select Demo Section Oil Tanker, Sample Ship. Click OK. On the right-hand side, a preview of your midship cross-section can be seen. Many of the required properties, section definitions, have already been defined. You can use this model as a reference, but I certainly do not recommend adapting this model to your homework, because many unexpected situations may arise due to software bugs. Therefore, you'd better create your own model from scratch. I'm going to create a new model at this point. To do that, select New Database under File menu. Input an appropriate name for your database. Let's call it Sample Ship. Click Save. Yes, I want to replace it. As the first step, you should enter the basic data module. In the General tab, you can set the name of your ship, builder name, etc. Let's enter sample ship here. Under Notations and Main Data dialog, you should set the type of your ship. I select Oil Tanker, FLS Tanker. For the main dimensions, I enter 120 meters for scantling length, 20 meters for breadth molded, 0.8 for CB, and 12 knots for service speed. You also need to enter 2 transverse bulkhead locations, which are compulsory for every ship. One is located at aft part and one in the fore part of the ship. After the aft peak bulkhead, there is rudder, propeller, stern tube, maybe an aft peak tank. I enter 15 meters for aft peak bulkhead location and 100 for collision bulkhead location. Finally, I enter 10 meters for depth. These values should be supplied to you for your homeworks, otherwise you can make an educated guess here. Under the Moment and Drafts tab, you should only enter draft. For example, it is 8 meters for my example. The still water bending moments will be unavailable for your projects, therefore leave them empty, so that software will estimate them by itself. You may skip the buff layers section. Here you should define at least one material. I select steel and leave the defaults as is. If you wish, you may apply different materials, for example high-strength steel, to different parts of the ship. If you don't need to export estimated longitudinal strength calculation for specific longitudinal locations of your ship, you can also leave this dialog empty. When you save and exit and go back to the main dialog, at the lower left corner, the software warns you that there is no section yet. In MARS2000, you define each frame section separately. In this example, we will deal with a single midship section. To create a section, under the Create menu, click Section. The Edit submodule is activated automatically, which we will deal with in the next video.